Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I have a bunch of fun Halloween goodies to share with you because if you're hauling it, you need to use it before you forget about it and you end up not liking it anymore or something, something along those lines, because that's what will happen. So I've been buying stamps, dies, all the things. Besides being on a design team, like I still like to buy stuff. And sometimes it's hard to use those things knowing I'm busy with my design team stuff. So yeah, for these projects, I was inspired by Amy. She is Amy Vitriani here on YouTube, and she was using the Fairy Tale Club paper collection. I forgot all about that collection. I have some of it. I actually just ordered more, wanting to play with all the fun colors, the pinks, the purples. It's like pastel but bright, and then like mints and stuff. So I have several different collections in here from people, but it's mostly Fairy Tale Club stuff, and it's just fun. She draws it all by hand. Andrea does, the designer. So that's what I used for most of this stuff. Okay. The first thing, I guess we'll get away with this big one. This is from Happy Crafter Shop, Lisa. This is her Enjoy gift bag box thingy. So that is this right here. Super easy. You literally just cut this black piece out twice and your box is put together. I did pop up this layer, the purple layer in foam, and then the top piece in foam, and I stitched it as well. Super cute. I love the way these turned out. And then this paper in general, you can't use, I got some glue on one of them. You can't use these things on the like color, because it like just one swipe, it took the color off the paper. So I would not, if you get something on there, do not try to erase it, because it'll take the color off as well. So I stopped immediately. I'll just have to embellish that front little corner. But these are so cute. So cute. Okay. Next, another die that I got from Lisa is the Dangle display card. And I bought this because I was like, I could add dangles. So I did this in 110 pound. I embossed it with my new Honeybee Stamps Spiderweb embossing folder. It is so gorgeous, but I did run through and die cut it, so it kind of flattened out the embossing. This little piece folds over like onto itself, and that hole is for you to get your lobster clasp or whatever clasp and pinch it on there. I'm probably going to layer this up twice and make this extra sturdy because the dangles tend to be big. I did purple foam, pink, and then that boo paper from Andrea's collection. Super cute. And then you just add your dangle. So very sturdy though. Okay. So I got to play with those two dies. I've been on my bucket list. Okay, let's see here. Next is the Stamp Market. I got their new Halloween release. Not all of it, just a couple things. This is the Friendly Ghost. So you get the ghost and then you get the triangle banner pieces. And if you're gonna do that, there's also stamps. And this is the You've Been Booed stamps. And you can notice this word booed and it comes down to a point. This fits on this triangle like that. And then also this piece comes with matching dies. So you can cut out all the words and stuff with this, but just know if you get this and the matching dies, you will not get the triangle die to cut this booed out. You have to buy the Friendly Ghost as well. So a little sneaky sneak there. You got to buy all three if you wanted all the dies to include that one. But it is so super cute. This is what I did, and I went in with okay. So I had this plasticky, as you can see right here, it's like a frosted piece of plastic that was in packaging from Michael's, those vinyl bags I bought. So I just die cut it, the triangle with that, and then I used a Stazed On ink, knowing it dries fast on any material. So it dried real quick on this, and then I didn't like the look of it completely just like that. So I also stamped it on the very back piece as well, and then just layered those two up. There's a piece of foam in between. I did the little flag in hollow. I stitched this piece, and then the You've Been is also part of that collection. So You've Been Booed. And I think I want to add a straw, either make these embellishments by itself, or I also cut out the ghosty girl, and I did her cheeks. I didn't die cut the little pieces for the cheeks. I just used some like chalk stuff for the rosy cheeks, these little eyeballs. Oh, I die cut those. Like, I'm shocked I did, honestly. And then in the very corner, I did the stickles and added some chunkier pieces of glitter from my stash. And these little ghosties came out so cute, but I don't know if I just want to leave them like this for something, a tag, maybe info or something, or put a straw here, a short straw, and kind of make it look like the ghost is holding the banner. or maybe even do a long straw and put the straw like coming down like this. I don't know. Or should I have these both separate? Because it's like so much work was put into these. Like die cutting these tiny little words and then trying to stamp it. Okay, but she's just so, so cute. So I did that one. I did this one, and this paper, it matches with the Fairy Tale Club. It's a Serena B paper. She has like printables. My friend gifted me some, and it is so, so cute. This one is skull and pink, skull and turquoise, and then this is like eyeballs in purple. You've been booed. So cute little banners. I'm obsessed how these little guys came out. Okay, there is my little tray of goodies. Okay, another die from this release stamp market is the Jumbo Witch Broom, and it's huge, you guys. It is really big, and this is it right here. I did double layer them except for one, so I'm going to show you the different variations so you guys can see. I don't like that this little stick is only literally maybe 2 inches, 1.5 inches. I wish it was a little bit longer so that you could layer up and make the whole broom sturdier, if that makes sense. I don't know. But I sandwiched it between the two, and I did put foam in between the two of them. And I stitched down like at least 4 stitches going all the way down. This I did some Magical Mix Restore. It's like eyelash trim. And I wrapped it around here. And then I went in with that stickles and did a couple of the bottom, and it started curling the paper, but it dried, and I think it's cute that it kind of curls up. And it dried clear. At first when it was wet, I was like, I didn't like the way it looked on the paper. It was, you know, making the paper darker on the corners, but it dried and it left it the same color. So I love that. So this one's a glittered one. So this one is just single layered. I did not double layer it, and it comes with this little die right here that looks like little string tied around, you know, how they would tie the top of the broom. Super cute. This one I double layered in purple with some pink thread and did the glitter. And once the glitter dried, like I'm obsessed with the look of the glitter. Here's like a turquoise one and embossed polka dot paper, and then a pink little tie. You just got your little strings everywhere, and the wild strings can just be wild because it's a broom, you know. This one I did the eyelash trim plus that little bow thing and just wrapped it around that piece. I like the look of that. Super cute. The back is 110. And then this one, I die cut some of the Dollar Tree snow tulle, and it's cute with the tulle, but it's not like the tulle got so die cut. Like this die, all of these lines, these are not embossing lines. They are cut lines. So when I ran it through the tulle had a bunch of like cuts all in it. I wish it was solid. You could probably hand free, you know, trace this and then put your tulle so you don't have all the cuts in it, but that's that one. So I only ended up doing one of those. And then this one again with the eyelash trim as the little piece, and you got like a little dangle, charms, a tag. So super cute little witch broom, and I feel like you could just throw this on like cockeyed on a card and then like have a little sentiment, like a fun like witch sentiment, which I'm pretty sure Stamp Market came out with. I didn't get all the dies, if that makes sense. Okay, and then next is this one. This is from AliExpress. It is a 3-layer haunted house, and I think it might have been Andrea, Crafty Mama 2, or Gabby, Mommy and her 4 little ladies. One of you girls sent me a link. I think it was, now that I think about it, I think it was Andrea, of this castle or whatever. So, so cute. And you guys, Disco Dolly, Cynthia, she shared a couple months ago like Halloween projects she was working on, and she made a bunch of these. So oh my gosh, so tedious. This like purple frame on the pink, and I did that black shiny Michaels paper in the background, and then it does come with clouds, moon, and I think a cross and bats. So I just did some clouds in between the layers to make it look, I know, you know, like a scary haunted house on a hill, and the clouds are behind it, in front of it, and I did put foam in between every layer. So I loved the look of that. There's that one. Here's another one of that color, but opposite colors, if that makes sense. So the frame. Then this one, I love this. And white bats. I used the white glitter that was cutting from the clouds. And I love the look of that. And this is an embossed turquoise paper with the pink. So, so cute. And then this one, Cynthia did a bunch of like, you know, like windows with the lights on would be yellow. So I did yellow with the black and the pink. I did the pink clouds and bat. So, so cute. This one was Cynthia's favorite color combo, and it is mine too. It is just so bright and fun. I did pink with the orange frame stuff, and then black clouds, black bat. So, so cute. Again, I puffed all those up. And basically this frame cuts everything. this one, this skinny little frame, but it goes together so easy. The only thing that you need to paper piece is this window, these 3 windows, and then technically you could go in and layer this, and this, but I ain't doing all that. I'm not doing all that. I only did enough where it didn't look bad. So you can leave those windows alone. But I think they turned out, oh, see this window I forgot in the middle, or it was missing, but it looks fine without it. It looks better when you do it. So I love, I'm obsessed, as you can see. Look how cute. Everything was so tedious, so tiny. I was using my, what's it called? The wax pen thingy, because all those little pieces I was fumbling. Okay, next, another die I hauled, I think last year, and I didn't get to use. This is Echo Park Monster Mash designer dies, and it's all these little small creatures. So ghost, bat, hat, and a spider. And I die cut these guys. These guys I did in black and pink. It's the skull. The ghosties just cut out in white, so there's no layering parts for these guys. And then the spiders, you guys. So the spiders have the bigger eyes. There's 2 different circles. You'll know if you die cut them. The bigger circles are for the spiders because he's got a bigger face. And then the bat. Oh my gosh. And some of them look cross-eyed, and that makes them even look cuter. So basically you just cut it out in black and cut the circles out in white, because that's a hole in the middle. So it's showing whatever color you cut your bat out. So if you cut a bat out in pink, you're going to have pink eyes. But they are just so spooky cute. This was very tedious as well. I had to use my wax tip. I did not do the hat because I wasn't feeling it. I wasn't in the mood. I was in the mood for the spider, so I could just, grab a spider and pop it on, my projects and stuff. I'm definitely missing some. So I think my child ransacked, because I had like a handful. I mean, these are too cute. Like, who wouldn't want to ransack these cute little spiders and bats? So I love that. Again, like I said, you could just pop this on, your projects ready to go. Like this one could be up in the tool. So cute. So cute. Okay, so that's that guy. These trays are from Dollar Tree. They're like white, glow in the dark, little fun ghosty trays. Okay, and then this one, let's see here. Okay, so this is the shaped die scrapbook.com. It's called Hey Sugar, and it's the pumpkin, and it comes with candy. It comes with these candies. I only use the lollipop and the gummy worm. And the other ones I already had similar from KLJYP store. Like, look at, that's a bat, and then this one is a skull, and then this one's like swirl, that one's an eyeball. So they're very, very similar, so I didn't cut these ones out. But the pumpkin is super cute, and I was inspired by Alondra here on, I think it's Alvera, here on YouTube. She was inking pumpkins for a project. She just made it look so easy, and the pumpkins just looked that much more dimensional. She was shadowing them and showing like start off the page and go on. I didn't know what I was doing. Okay, so these are the pumpkins, and I did different styles. So this one I was doing pink ink on it, and it didn't look good. I don't know if I'm like blind, or I could barely see it. So I went in with a purple. These are all distressed oxide, whatever, Tim Holtz inks. So I went in with purple, and I think it ended up turning out, it's more of a grungier look, if that makes sense. I don't know. I did the lollipops, the gummy worm, and then the candy. And this is the only one I cut out foam for all those guys, and I used the negative space and puffed up the eyes, and that's just a fun different look to this. This is very one-dimensional. I didn't do any foam besides the eyes. So there's that style. This one I did orange. It looked grungy, and then when I was trying to mix in some pink with it, it started turning even darker. So I was like, stop, it's getting too grungy. I did offset it with foam. So at all of my foams, I offset it so you can see the light pink underneath. Here is the fun candies and different scrap colors I had out. I love the embossing detail on this. So there's that one. The purple I did with pink. So you can see it gets a little darker. I did offset a pink foam. This one's no foam, this one's foam. This has purple foam in the background. And then I left this one alone. I didn't ink the turquoise because I didn't have anything to see how it's kind of like, and when it dried, it got way grungier for the oranges. And then here's the pink with the purple. I just cut a bunch of the candies out in different colors. And it is just so cute. So these ones I misplaced and lost, these two guys, the part of the lollipop that just makes it pop, see that part? I cut some of these out in foam, but they're still cute. I just need to cut those little pieces out. And then another purple one, and then I just did foam glitter, so no other gluing layers, just one piece, but it's foam and it's glitter, so it has dimension outside of the eyeballs. So lots of different ways. And then technically you could just do the black piece and use the negative foam from these guys and stick those on. it's just, it won't be as fun as these two-tone ones. So I was, woo-wee, this die cutting took me my whole nap time. Not my nap time, my baby's nap time. So a lot of work into those guys. And then next, like I said, I'm trying to get into using all those stamps. This is the new Stamp Market, the You've Been Boo dyed. So I cut out the ghost and I did the hay and boo. Like I'm gonna layer those two up on top of each other, basically. That's what I had in mind. Okay, and so these are the ghosties, and it literally looks like freaking ephemera, you guys. So it stamps the black frame. I just did white 110, and then there's a stamp for the eyes and the mouth, which is all one piece, and then the cheeks are all one piece. It's just spread out and you stamp them on there. So I did a light pink for the cheeks. Some of the eyes look all googly because I was pressing hard and I feel like it made one of the eyes really big. But it's super cute still. And then I die cut them. So I got a bunch of those. And then these guys, which I haven't popped like all the pieces out yet. But here's Boo, and I did black. And then I did all of the haze in different colors. And if somebody who's a stamper, for the inks, the Tim Holtz Distress inks, why did the big ones, the regular squares, the 2x2s, these are these colors, they stamped beautifully. So here's hey, so I'm thinking, you know, ephemera like this, like hey boo, layer it up on your project, or do it in pink. Hey boo, or all the way on top. No, it's too big for the top. You gotta kind of do it like this, like I don't know, and pop this up on your projects. So cute, right? Gorgeous. I'm obsessed. I was doing all the colors. Okay. Whew, back to what I was saying. Distress inks. These are them. I'm hoping my camera is focusing. Can someone tell me why the minis, the 1-inch cubes, was leaving this spotted, speckled look on the font? I was using the same stamp, the same blocking thing. I did this stamp first. I already prepped my stamps. So it stamped beautifully with the big 2x2, and then the minute I went to the 1x1s, all of the 1x1 colors were getting that splotchy look. Are they two different inks? They looked the same brand, same everything, but these are splotchy on all of the font. I'm still going to use the purple ones, and then there's other ones I didn't even cut out. I didn't even die cut out. So here's a light pink, dark orange. Here's like a lighter orange, and then the purple, and then whatever other color I was die cutting. I have so many of these, you guys. So many boos and haze. These are cute. The darker color. Again, I got to pop all these. So I stamped everything on a sheet, cut them all out, like fussy cut them sloppily, just into squares. And then I had to tape and die cut every single one of these just once. Like I couldn't run multiple through. It was just one hay, one boo, and one ghosty. And tape them all down, run it through, die cut it. And I did that. Look at this. Oh, I did that many times. Never in my life would I have done something like that. But I was obsessed the minute I cut the first ghosty out. Like, oh my gosh, that's ephemera. Like literally, I'm just gonna add some Wink of Stella to his cheeks. I know that this stuff reacts weird with inks, so let's hope I don't ruin this. Oh my goodness, look how stinking cute. He's ephemera now. He's ephemera. And what if you did this on like a glossy paper? You would have to have stays on ink, but you could do it on a glossy paper and then you got ephemera. So I'm obsessed, you guys. I have been busy. I usually die cut everything during nap, and then I assemble it on the couch at night. Like it takes me a day or two to do one of these projects. So that was a whole week's worth of things and stuff. Whew, I'm tired just from talking. Okay, guys, I will link stuff down below if I remember. If not, leave a comment and tell me to. I will catch you guys on the next crafty video. Bye, guys.